Second Ezra 15:19. And man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Abishai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors into the apostles, double honors into the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, they be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners. And to the Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming at you with another lesson in truth. And as a matter of fact, let me find this scripture real quick. Salakia. I believe it's in Acts. Yes, Acts 2:17, and it reads, And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith God, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. All right. And I think I had a bit of a both last night, both a dream and a vision. And it wasn't until text communication with Shapatya about a deep dream, a vision that he had, that I decided to share it, because I was going to do a whole nother lesson. And after that, that conversation, I was like, well, you know what? This would be edifying. If it wasn't edifying, if it wasn't going to be edifying, then I wouldn't. But basically, what you're looking at on the screen is how the world was looking. All right, and this is from Tom Clancy's The Division, a game that I never got a chance to play, that I wanted to play. I even owned it once upon a time, but still never played the game, because I'm not a big gamer. I do like that Gears of War, because it's third person like this. I can't do those first person shooters and stuff. I tried playing that with some of the brothers and can't do it, man. They just like I get motion sickness or a headache or something. I can't do it. But nevertheless, things were looking like this, and in this dream, I was at 6400 Stony Island at the high-rise building, a building where I spent a lot of my time in my childhood, my adolescence and my teenage years. Because my best friends that I grew up with, my best friend and his two brothers, his two younger brothers, we were like brothers, and we spent a lot of time in that building. We were young men, and his mother was single, of course, like most of Jake, and she was a nurse, and she worked nights. So you had, adolescents and teenage boys in a building full of women, of girls. So exactly, we spent a lot of time in that building. But in this dream, it was not pleasant, and it was all run down and torn down like this. And basically, the top floors were it was like a survival fortress. People were surviving in there, and the top floors is where they kept most of the food, and where the women and children stayed for safety. And I came across the building on foot in a time like this, and because some of the people recognized me from although they knew who I was, and they knew me, and they figured they invited me to join them because they needed the muscle, and they also trust me. They knew that I was not, a cutthroat type dude. And so, and then I knew them, and and I was on my own. So I said, okay, well then I'll be here for a while, and if I have to provide protection for food and water, for clean food and water for a while, then so be it. All right. So I became a part of this group. And matter of fact, let me grab another scripture. And the it wasn't a whole lot of food, man. It was bad. Matter of fact, let's go to Judith, to the book of Judith. 11 and 12. And it reads, "For their victuals fail them, and all their water is scant, and they have determined to lay hands upon their cattle, and purpose to consume all those things that God hath forbidden them to eat by his law." So it was pretty bad around here. People were eating whatever they could, man. All right. And this is one of the few places that actually had things that you could eat that was still, that were lawful. So, when I saw their food supplies, when they showed me everything was going on, I decided, well, okay, I'll earn my keep. I help defend this place, whatever, because, when times get like this, when there's no power, no heat, no food, no water, when people smell food, hear generators, or see lights, they're gonna be drawn to them like moths to a flame. All right, and typically these people are coming to take whatever it is that you have. All right, and matter of fact, let's grab 2 Ezra 6 and 24. All right, this is 2 Ezra 6 and 24, and it reads, "And at that time friends shall fight once against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run." So it wasn't no running water, man. And the marauders that were constantly attacking this building, attacking this place, were all from the same neighborhood. All right. So people are going to turn on one another, man. And you and people out there have no idea with the draconian measures that are being pushed upon the population here in America, how close we are to those times, man. And they are talking about, structured blackouts. And now the rumor that 5G is going to go live, and we're going to find out, if it has an effect on that word, that G fight word. You got to be careful what you say. All right, because got a strange feeling when they turn that 5G up. A lot of people that's been sauced up is not going to be good for them. It's so there's a lot of things headed. And then they want to go digital. So the whole thing about Black Winter and the reset, all these things are looking very, very realistic. And now with the it was like this great big giant conspiracy about something going under your skin where you won't be able to buy or sell, and and they were making fun of that, and now all of a sudden to travel to prove your status, they're rolling that out now with the sauce. All right, and that's happening all over Europe. And if you think it's not going to happen here in America, you're fooling yourself. All right, they always do things to the Europeans first before they do it to the Americans, and it's well on its way to happening. All right, but there was, I'm on the top floor. So now this is only part of the dream that I remember. But I remember being on some of the upper floors, not the top floor, but on some of the upper floors. And whoever was at the bottom was, the front line of defense. Somebody got caught sleeping on the job, and these guys came in, slit throats, killed people, and were on their way up the stairs. Only thing is that the building looked different from the way it really is, because